Hello YouTubers, one project is underway. The forge blower, big cast iron stuff, and the gears and the thing that holds the gears. It says keep filled with oil to the plug. Well, it had dried out into almost like tar. There's some on that putty knife. We come over here, these parts have been through my part washer overnight, and then I scrubbed them and took them out, the little fan and the part of the housing. And there's a bunch more parts down in here, a few more little parts, the bolts and stuff. Getting it all cleaned up, going to give it a good paint job. Be right back. I have an assortment of different brushes for getting into tight areas. This is the spout where the air comes out. This is some pretty potent cleaner. First time I used this thing, I didn't wear gloves. I had an old Atlas lathe I was restoring, or just cleaning up. And man, this stuff burnt my hands. So I learned my lesson. I wear gloves. The outside housing for the blower. There's all kinds of crud in there. Just want to get the parts cleaned up that I put in here last night. Then I'll fill it up again tonight. Let these dry off. Then I usually take a rag with lacquer thinner or something like that and wipe them down before I paint them. Well, I got the rest of these parts soaked overnight and then scrubbed them up today. All these gears. This is the one that comes out the top and the handle turns. Let them dry up, and then I'm not going to paint the parts that are on the inside, but I'm going to paint the outside of this. And the other parts, let me take you out there and you can see them. I just painted these a little while ago. I used this high heat paint. Not that I think they're going to need protection from high heat or that heat's going to get to them. I just wanted them a flat black, and that's what I had. If you look over here, if I can turn this thing, I've been working on the hood for the forge. I've got a top piece for it and then a 5-inch circle to go on up. I got to fix some holes that blew into it, but most of it looks pretty good. Well, we're back on the blower. Got it all painted up and ready to put back together. Now the trick is getting it back together. I put some grease on the shafts so they'll go in here, hopefully. There we go. And now I just put grease all over my hand. this one has to go on there first. Something don't look right. There we go. And then this little gear. Now this could be a little bit frustrating, I think, getting all these shafts in the same time. So far so good. Taking that fan blade off of this shaft was mighty tight. I had to use a little puller. So hopefully I can get it back on without too much grief. I think it'll be neat using the old hand crank blower on my forge. It says to fill it up with oil, but I'm not going to fill it up with oil until I get it mounted the way I want it, because I don't want the oil leaking out all over the place every time I set it down. Okay, I bought some black, ultra black Permatex gasket maker. It's maximum oil resistance. So since I'm filling this up with oil, that's what I wanted. This has like a ring around it that stands proud. And then this has a little groove that ring sets in. So it will help seal itself. But I'm still going to put a bead of this silicone. Is it silicone? Yeah. Gasket maker in that groove. And then put them together. I just want a little bit of a groove here, a little bit of bead. That might be about right. Well, the cap has a thing to punch this. There. not sure where I want the handle location at, or if I have that option. I wonder if I think I need to put a little bead of this stuff around these to block it from coming back out that screw hole. Oh, come on. A couple of these look like they got the remnants of an old rubber washer or something, so we're going to go one step further to keep the oil from trying to come out. I don't know if it'll help. A little bit of the Permatex coming out, oozing out here and there. There. The one part I haven't painted yet is the handle for the crank. I wish I could take that off of there and make a new handle, but it looks like it was forged right on there or something. And then this was pounded to make the head of the rivet to hold that handle. Let me go out and get the rest of my hardware. I got the plugs here for the oil fill and oil level. Here it is. Well, I was afraid I'd have to make new bushings, bronze or brass bushings for that, but I don't know if I'm going to have to. We'll have to wait and see. You can always take it apart again. See if I can get this on. Must come from the other side. Get them all out of this thing. That's one way I paint a lot of stuff is I take an old paint cap, drill holes in it when I have to stand a screw up so I can paint the head. Let's see what it sounds like, then I'll take this out and paint it. Oh, that sounds a lot better. Oh, that's a lot of air too. See how much it coasts. I think this is going to work great. Let me take this out and clean it up and paint it. Then I can put it all back together. Where's that last screw? It goes right here to hold the handle. Hopefully the next time you see it, it'll be on my forge.